Hi everybody, Katie Anderson here from Radically Me, and I'm sitting poolside in Cave Creek, Arizona. It's a beautiful hot summer day, about 90 something degrees, probably close to 100, but who's counting? And I just want to share with you today, I'm working on my book and I'm writing about self-love, so I want to read an excerpt from my book, and here we go. The heat of the summer sun in the Georgia sky felt like a gentle embrace. I was 5 or 6 years old, playing in the backyard with my older brother and 2 older sisters. My brother said, "You better put your shirt back on. Mom's going to be home soon and she'll be mad." My reply was the beginning of my rebellion. "I don't want to wear a shirt. You don't have to." At that tender age, I already knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that being a girl meant living a life that was dimmed down with restrictions and limitations, the beginnings of feeling less than. We live in interesting times. Women have seen significant changes in their ability to access power and transform their lives and communities. My mother was born in November 1930, a year into the Great Depression, and just 10 years after women won the long-fought battle to vote. The era of her upbringing matters. It shaped her attitudes about everything, including money and the role of women. My intelligent, kind, thoughtful mother was taught that a woman's primary role, aside from child rearing, was to support the men in her life. Men led the household, men led the world. She passed this philosophy along to her children. As the youngest of 4, I witnessed from birth the disparity between the way my brother was treated and the way my sisters and I were treated. When I was born, my father had already been in the Army for 20 years. He was an abusive alcoholic who held down a job and brought home a paycheck. But it was my mother who kept a roof over our heads. She kept my dad from blowing whatever money he earned. She worked too to make ends meet. By the time I came along, 8 years after they married, she had already handled 4 cross-country relocations, including one to the Panama Canal Zone, all with toddlers in tow, by herself. As an adult, I can look back with kindness and empathy for my parents, who had their own difficult childhoods to overcome. But the trauma I experienced from living in a household with an alcoholic father and feeling unloved and unworthy left scars that are still felt today. Childhood trauma stunts our growth. It can have a wide range of effects, not the least of which is feeling unlovable, unworthy, and not good enough. How do you learn to love yourself when you didn't feel loved as a child? Do you feel like you should just get over your childhood? Have people told you that? What a cruel thing to say to someone. When you feel like the message from the world is that you are not important, valid, worthy, or lovable, what do? Where do you draw from to begin to change your inner dialogue about your worthiness and lovability? We are all lovable. We are all divine. We are all worthy of goodness in all ways, right? I don't always feel that way, and I bet you don't either. So, I would love to hear your feedback, and please check me out on Facebook, Radically Me Transformations, and tell me what you think. I'm planning to launch the book in a couple of months. It's going to be exciting, and I'm really enjoying sharing it with people and seeing the impact that it can have on other people's lives. So please join me and have a brilliant day, and I'm sending you lots of love. And happy Mother's Day this weekend.